Hey, we are live, and here's me trying to put my banners on the screen. Get in there. So, happy Easter Monday, track fans. Happy Easter. We are in the den, and we got clearance because it is raining outside. And happy days to that, because I've got I got a list as long as your arm. So that's what I plan to do today. So we'll have some people join us in a minute and they can tell us what you're up to today. It's going to be good. It's going to be good. Got a long list. Hey, yes! Do we have Doug? Do we have Ian? Or do we have the double act? Ian and Doug and Magnetic Racing are here. Everyone! We'll do the live update on the doghouse a bit later. It's not changed since yesterday, though, Ledges, I tell you. However, what has changed since yesterday, of course, is the Rover. Morning, Michael. Morning, Tim. To double check that, make sure you weren't a Tom. So I do have a habit of that, calling people Tim, Tom, Tamar, Thomas. See what I did there? Crazy stuff. Alright, you can't see what I'm doing in the background. I'm adjusting that sounds wrong. I'm adjusting the light. Oh, that's better. The light was down here. It's now up here. It's good. It's good. So, let's crack on. What are we here to do? We're here to check out the Rover. So, we have progression. I did spray it up last night in its fluoro orange, as per request of Darren and Paul, and I've got the green. I'm going to use the slightly different green from the thin wall special, but we're going to need to mark and tape it up first. Yes, we are. So we'll get the tape out ready. However, so I want to do some shout outs, actually. Just do some Easter Monday shout outs at any of the crew that are young and tuned in at this god unearthly hour. Any dads who are tuned in, you know the format. Turn up, you've just got out of bed, no shave it, brush your teeth though. You brush your teeth when you get out of bed, and you don't have to worry about it until before you go into bed. Kids, that's the rule. Out of bed, brush your teeth. No one likes bad breath. Don't do it. Surprisingly though, last week at Le Mans, there wasn't that much bad breath in the house. I thought that there would be like some proper dog's teeth in there, but no, it wasn't too bad. Wasn't too bad at all. So anyway, yes, shout out to some of the younger guys in the house. So Albert, Wilf, if you're watching, oos, my nephews, get in there. Albert, the star of the show. Then we've got a couple of guys I met down at the Winter Classics. I don't know if you're tuning into this, but Eddie and Eleanor, you guys are smoking hot on the track. You guys are going to be big in the future, which give our other younger member, Cameron, from Great Bar Slot Car Club, run for his money when we all get together. Now that will be a race to watch, because both Eleanor and Eddie have got skills. Cameron, you've got competition. That's going to be a race. So who else have we got? Yes, we've got some new track fans who have been watching for a while. So very, very, very good friend of mine for over a decade now, a guy called Mark Richards. He's a legend. He's an architect. He's currently working for a construction firm doing architectural design management. So he is really good. Anyway, his guys, Lewis and Elliot Richards. Yes, track fans. Yes, you're tuned in. So Lewis and Elliot Richards, this one's for you. Good morning. Happy Easter. Make sure you give your dad a proper hard time later. Lots of eggs and banter. That's what we need, young track fans. So welcome aboard. I'm really pleased you're watching it. I'm pleased you're enjoying it. And keep coming back, because we've got lots more stuff going on the Sunday sessions in particular. It's when we can watch it and no one's around to bore us with dog walks or cooking the dinner or unloading the dishwasher. No need. I need a maid. So I spent most of yesterday, track fans. I'll come back to that in a minute. Some comments going on here is quite funny. So I spent most of yesterday. I found while I was starting to prepare my video for Le Mans, like not the live streams, not the bolt-ons like this, but the actual video, the proper one. I found one of the live sessions. I'd hit the button on record and it was the Sunday sessions. So what I've also found is that because the discrepancy of the data and the streaming, what happened was we'd get on there and you'd start talking, but the actual recording through the computer, which was better for audio, and I wanted to put the video from the camera and the audio from the computer together, it stretches. So it starts to look like a Jackie Chan movie. You know the one I mean? I'm going to chop off your arm. So it's all out of sync. So I've been working on trying to get that in sync, but it goes out of sync like every 30 seconds to 2 minutes, and it's just... So I wasted hours on that yesterday, and I'm just debating whether I'm going to check out later whether I'm too far in to turn around or whether I just do what Travis did when he was doing his AFX chassis repair the other day and just go, you know what? You're beating a dead horse. You're flogging a dead horse. This is not going anywhere. So, should I persevere or should I not? That is the question on the table. What I might do is I might do the Le Mans video and then come back to that so that you've got something to digest in the meantime. Anyway, let's have a look. So, yeah, right. The best one. Morning, Aid. Yes. Yeah, see? Paul's on board with oral hygiene. There you go. You've got to have it. No one wants a growler stood next to them with the death breath. Come on. If you can't brush your teeth, go and buy some mints. Do us all a solid. So anyway, enough about oral hygiene. We're here to talk about slot cars. And that's what we're going to do. Morning, Doug, in the house. So I was going to call you guys and see if you wanted to come on this weekend, but I thought I'd give you grace on bank holiday. But if you're up for coming on next week, Sunday sessions from 7, we'll give you a bit of grace. You can come on at 7:15. Then it would be lovely to chat to you guys and get some questions in from our community here in the chat section and see, you know, what's new and see if there's any tips that you can help me out with the it's okay. It's okay. It's not broken. I tend to store things on the roof like I'm a proper builder, Mark, if you're watching this. I'll store it. Phase 3, I'm storing on levels 3 and 4 for levels 5 and 6. We're going to store it all there and we're going to do the build and then we're going to move up a level. It's going to be a treat. So that's not how Mark talks, by the way. But yeah, the doghouse. Look at this. So I'll just take the fally bits off. Look at that. This is coming on like a treat. I've got the milkshake splash there. Got the sign painted. Little bit of freehand on the dog. That is unique to the Track Fans Den. No one else in the world, unless you paint yours like that, has got that. So I really enjoyed that doghouse. Anyway, but I have been sent some images of slot cars from some other Track Fans. So I've got them ready to share. Want to see them? Okay. So the first one is VT. Cheers, mate. Oh, I love it when they're having an open chat. I love it. No pressure, Ian. He's like that. Ah, oh, damn you, Doug. You said it in public. Brilliant. Right. Yeah, later. To be honest with you, I was looking at Airbnbs when I got stressed out with the synchronizing issues on the live chat good stream that I found. So, right, first off, video from Adrian, pin your ears back. Your video's on telly, mate. Here we go. And Doug, Ian, stand by. Right, hopefully this is going to work. Yes, it worked. So what you can see here is Aid's tracking his shed. He's going to tell us in the comments how long it is. I've got a feeling it's 16 foot, said the vicar. And what he's done is he's actually just recently bought a TARDIS. Yes, from Ian and Doug. Morning A4, morning Mallard. How you doing, mate? And as you can see, he's been souping up and working on his track in his shed outside, and it looks like $1 million already. But he's like he keeps on. It's like the Severn Bridge. Like, oh, I've done that now. Right, I can move on to that bit. And what I like about his track is he's set up a permanent area at the end of the pit garages for his lifetime forensic scene. So he's got the old bill down there. It is literally like he's come out of a nightclub in somewhere. I won't pigeonhole a town because next thing you know, the tourists will fall off the face of the planet visits for there. Yeah, so as you can see, I don't know if I can zoom in on that. Yeah, as you can see, it's got some funky music going on in the background. Love it, Aid. Good work, mate. That is pretty slick. Okay. So I think we're back to the front. Right, so we'll take that off the screen. Oh, I'm back. Yes. So the next viewer, we're in the community here. The next track fan is Darren, my good mate Darren. Now, I don't know whether he's rocked up yet because I haven't seen him in the chat, and he normally says hello when he comes in. So if he's watching this back, I've left it a little while so people can come in and see this, because what Darren's got is the Arc Pro, Scalextric Arc Pro magnetic racing cover. Yeah, hey mate, honestly, it's good work, man. So let's have a look. This is Darren's Arc 1 cover. Oh, I'm doing all sorts of stuff on my screen here. Right, here we go. Yes, so you can see now. You're watching us paint in the den, and you know, this stuff, how he's done his detailing is just amazing. Like the checkerboard and then the writing, I just love it. It reeks of British racing with a mobile sign on the side of it, of course. But I mean, the color palette is used. It's classic, it's Victorian, it's black and white, it's got racing tones with the green. And then he's got the branded parts around the sides with his cars on the pole position ready to be raced. Really, really good detail. He's got figures in there as well. I think this is some stuff. Yeah, Darren, you're getting some love from Magnetic Racing here. They're getting ideas from your creativity, mate. Well done. Because these guys are the creatives in the room. Oh, brilliant. Brilliant. See? I postponed the stream this morning from 7 o'clock till 8:30 purely because I think I had a bit of a rough night. I saw half a chocolate Easter egg in the fridge as I was putting their milk away in the fridge that the kids decided to leave out after making a brew. Why did they do that? And good morning, Trav. So yeah, why did I leave the milk out? Question 1. And question 2, why do I feel obligated to put it back? And then question 3, why did I spot the half a chocolate Easter egg in the cupboard, in the fridge, at 11:15 last night? So I woofed that down thinking that is prized possession, and that did definitely not be here in the morning when I wake up. So, yeah, so I woofed that down at 11:15, and it's a little bit like we had a laugh with Dave Kennedy at the last Slot Car Festival when he live streamed at 11:30 midnight, eating a doner kebab and drinking a pint of Stella. To anyone in the UK, that is literally hilarious. But to anyone outside the UK, that's like staple food and a beer to wash it down. So of course, last night after eating half an Easter egg, I'm like, Mamma mia, Rennie's took a beating last night, I tell you, along with me. So getting back on track. So we got Darren's, what we're looking at here, Darren's Art Pro cover by Magnetic Racing. And I tell you what else I did see the other day, who was a really good slot car channel, and I've only just come across him. I'm just going to try and get his screen up, his channel up on the screen, because I think this guy's going to go places, you know. Right, so let's remove that. I found this guy's stream last night. He was actually doing a magnetic racing building. He was doing the Portaloo container, which I always have good banter with. It was one of the first buildings that I actually spoke with Ian and Doug at Magnetic Racing about in Milton Keynes, and we were chatting on our sort of on-screen interview. And then it just descended into absolute tripe. Honest to God, it was just bottom of the barrel Donald Trump banter that I just couldn't publish. I could not publish, which is why on this year's MK video, you'll notice when I meet Ian, we were missing Doug, he was away doing a show, but we saw Ian, and it was just literally keep it clean, please. We got viewers of all ages, across all spectrums, and just keep it clean, you know. So we did well. So here we go. This guy, let's just shut it down. I was looking at Car Fun Mostly's latest feed. It looks like he's in Scotland somewhere. But yeah, Dave R. He's a lovely guy, a little bit like me. He's got a little bit on in his life, and he's turned around and thought, oh, hang on, I used to love that. Why don't I still love that? Get into it. I still love that slot car stuff. So as you can see, he's got lots of videos here about building different bits and bobs, and well worth a look. And we've got some viewing to do here, guys. So he's not expecting this. I don't know if he watches these videos. I really don't, but I notice he's got 652 subscribers. Now the criteria for YouTube, YouTube really likes it if you get to 1,000. Really, 1,000, it says, thank you very much. Come on down, Slot R. Come on down. So if we can go over and flick some subscribes, some likes, and some shares to his channel, he's not expecting this. He doesn't know I'm doing this. He doesn't know we're talking about him. I hope that's okay. But he's genuinely really creative and a nice guy with it. So if we can get him up to 1,000, get him into YouTube's next level scene, that would be amazing, track fans. Highly recommend it, because it's not just banter like this here and there on a Monday morning. It's got structured videos with good content, so definitely recommend that. And then what we'll do is we'll come back to the universe, because what we did come here to do, yes, Paul. Yeah, we do have kids in here, mate. So when I do any kind of craft, anything to do, put a tea towel over whatever trousers and jeans you're wearing, because they're expensive, especially kids. See, I've done your parents a solid now. Always protect your clothes, because then you have to go upstairs and get changed before you go out. Like we've not got anything better to do, like taping up the Rover. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to bring you into some focus. What I do, I might actually move the camera, actually. Yeah, let's move the camera. See what's happening here. Because this is going to allow me... Yeah, there you go. Right, so... Yeah, well done, Paul. And like Paul said here, I highly recommend everyone else to go out and join in. Dave, I believe his name is. He's a lovely, lovely guy. very unassuming and very talented, and he does things in a slightly different way. So he does when he does his buildings, he builds them all first and then he primes them, whereas I prime them when they're in their packet on the flat boards, and then I go at it. So what we need some tape, and we need some tape of different thicknesses. Yes. Okay, we have thicker, not so thick, and thinner tape. And the reason I'm going to do this, because I want sort of like, I'm going to do the lines diagonally, like this. So I want to go maybe thin, medium, thick, thin, medium, thick, medium, thin. Yes. And if we do it going across here like this, then I don't know what that does, but it sounds interesting. So if we start with a thick one first, and then we'll work outwards from that. Right, here we go. So this stuff here is Model Craft. Oh, you can see the price on it. Don't worry about that. So you can see the dimensions in here. It's 2mm thick. So the width wise of it, that wise, is 2mm, which means this one's probably 5. Yep, that one's 5, which means this one's, that one's 2, that one's 3. So we've got 5mm, 3mm, 2mm. Like a chunky ring, like my rings, governor. There we go. See, who says we're not bling? Aight. Okay, anyway, back on task. Morning, Slot Journal. How you doing? Is a Slot Journalist in the house? So we best pull out our best journo work now, leading into open questions. So green around the... Hang on, let me publish this. Paul, you're giving me the inspiration I need. So what we're saying is green around here. And you want green on the bottom half here. Oh, I see. So along here, along the arch, along the base and the arch. So all solid there. Yeah. And then we do what? The stripes starting from the door line here, coming over. Right, got it. Okay, so just considering it. So ideally, what we should do is we should spray on the green bits first. Then we're gonna let that dry. Then we'll tape it up. Then we'll spray the green on that, because then we're going green over the green. I think that's the way we should do it. Oh, hold on a second. Let's see what I can do at Travis, stand two, Travis. Because actually, yeah, I can get on with this, and you can look at this. We got a collaboration in hand. Now I need to, yes, here we go. Invite. Oh, look at this. It's a gift of a link. Messenger. Travis, I'm sending you a link. Right, guys, just bear with me a second. Oh, this is just useless. Right. It's not coming easy these days. Travis. Here we go. Sorry, guys. Right. Why don't you just have somewhere I can send a message, man? Right, so I'm trying to get our friend involved, but I have no idea. Hang on a second. Send him a message the old-fashioned way. Right, just bear with us, slot car guys. I'm going to get this sorted out. Just going to get a guest involved. He can do some chatting while I'm doing some taping, you see. It's like a double act. Right. See, this is what you get when you live stream. You get pop-up, impromptu guests, and it's well worth it. Well worth the wait. It's an easy link, this one, Trav. So it's not like 5 miles long. Quite easy one. So I'll just get this over to you. Sorry, guys. We will resume taping in a second. It will be worth it, I promise you. It's just like God sent computers to make us happy and sad in the same time. Should have been my brother-in-law. He loves this stuff. Literally loves this stuff. Right. Travis, Instagram, link. Just put in the comments when you're there. Right, okay, let's get to it then. So what we're going to do is tape up this. Now, because we're going to tape up the whole of the top half of the car pretty much, what I like to do before I go weighing in with the big guns is I like to just put a thin strip around it so I can create a nice seal along the door line. So I don't want it to bleed. Okay. Here we go. So in there. Oh, my hand's in the way. Along there like that. And I'm going to get cocktail stick, or you can use a cotton wool bud or something along those lines. I'm just going to put in, just going to line that, just press it down basically. You'll press that down nicely like that. That is going to be Clar. That's not bad actually. I'm going to keep that going over the wheel arch. Yeah, I tried FB chat. I've sent you the link on Instagram, Trav. Now I've got to figure out where I would see you coming into the conversation. So hopefully when you're in, it will just pop up and it'll be pretty good. So getting back to this. Oh, excellent. I put off a bit too much tape, but actually it's worked out well because I do need to go around the back of this car, and you see, so I'm a bit off the screen, as the tape has come down, I just want to just make sure it's secure right on that bottom line there, because that's where the bleed will happen if we get a bleed. And we don't want to bleed because it'll drive us bleeding mad, right? Nice. Okay. Don't forget, if you've got like a little bit that goes over, you can always come in with a paintbrush afterwards and touch it up. So I just want to make sure that that is completely flat, because there's nothing worse than getting a bleed under your artwork. Okay, right, I'll send you a Facebook message, Trav. Okay, here we go. FB in the house, Facebook. What are you, that slot car guy? Hang on. Oh, here we go. Messages. At no, this isn't working, Travis. Like, I'll tell you what I'll do. I've got a better idea. Oh yeah, that doesn't work. Right, put .com after StreamYard. All right, so that link, StreamYard.com/KUD and on and on and on, dude. That will work. I forgot to put a .com in there. Anyway, back to taping. The link will work because in the words of Wayne's World, if you book them, they will come. Right, here we go. So I've got the tape on there. Do I want to adjust it slightly? I want to peel it off and just make sure that that line, yeah, there you go. Get my dowel in there. It's not quite good enough there. Yeah, that one's good. There we go. Okay, a little bit of a danger zone there because you'll see it's got the petrol cap. So that might cause a bleed to go underneath a little bit. So we've got to watch that. And it's not too bad if you get a bleed and you got green on there at a later stage. You can come in, you can put a little bit of white there, a couple of layers of white, and then a respray, and then it'll be fine. Because we've just used a flat colour, we've used the fluorescent orange from Vallejo. We don't need, it's not like mixing this with a percentage of white or a percentage of another colour to create a custom colour. It'll be fine. And we'll just take that one round the back there. There, give that real, get that compressed. Awesome. Just unpicked my work around here. Okay, looking good. Coming in, the Rover, and I reckon that'll be enough. There we go. Yeah, oh, slightly higher than I'd like it. So get that. Yeah, that's good. Alrighty. Yeah, sorry, mate. Just text. I'll know next time to put the .com in there. Okay, good. So we've gone around the perimeter of the car. Let's get the big guns out now. And again, no real science to it. You're just sort of covering the area so that you don't get overspray and bleed. You know, if there is a science way of doing this, I am all ears, because all I'm doing is just what I think might work. You know, try not to be too heavy when you're putting this tape onto your paint. You don't want to rip it off and the paint come off. So just the light tap, because you're going to be concentrating on spraying these areas at the below and the arches in a moment when we've finished this bit. You're not gunning in there, so it's just to stop overspray coming on. I'll get this side done. Well, Aid, I am doing this green. So this green is from Game. No, this is this was Citadel. Extra opaque colours. Let's just check that. No. Yeah, they are Vallejo as well, believe it or not. I thought it was Citadel, Game, whatever. But I'm doing this one. Along with this one. To create some love child of colour that Paul and Darren come up with yesterday morning on the Sunday slot car sessions. So again, just following the line. You know, you just want to get down that line that we just put on and press it nicely on the line. That's going to be the bit that stops the stuff coming through. Remember, just gentle touches on the top half. You don't really want to press it down too much. I'm going to go all out. I'm going to go balls deep. I'm going to make a cover for it, because I am unfortunately heavy-handed when it comes to airbrushing. I know my own capabilities. It's not that great. Let's just take this out a bit so you can see what I'm doing on a wider area. All right, here we go. Monday morning craft sessions and Track Fans TV. Doesn't get much better than this. So a quick shout out again to newer members, Lewis and Elliot Richards. I hope you're enjoying the show this morning. We've got only one more week left of half term, right? And then back to school. Are you going to be an architect like your dad? Or you got something else in mind for your careers? Listen, I don't know how old you are now, because I remember when you guys were born. So there we go. And when you were born, it was all good. Your dad is so proud of you guys, I tell you. So keep doing what you're doing, and you're going to do all right. Right, so as you can see, might look a bit uneven there, but you remember we've got the layer of tape that goes around here, and this is just separating the top part so that we don't get overspill. And I can put it on its roof now while we're spraying around the bottom. So, wait, hold on a second. So I'm just going to hold the phone there a second. This is going to work out well. Good morning, Travis.
Good morning, mate. How are you, mate?
How in the heavens are you?
Hello, mate.
You all right?
Yeah, well, like, I'm in, but I don't know if I'm in. Hold on, is my camera okay?
Yeah. I can hear. Track fans, can you see him?
Good morning, mate. How are you?
Easter Mondays. I'm all right. I don't know if you've been listening when I said why I was slightly late to the stream this morning.
Yeah, eating Easter eggs, mate. Getting on the sauce.
Oh, never again. Life skill, mate. Don't trough the half a full-on Easter egg at 11:15 at night. You're going to go the same route as Dave Kennedy, like.
The doner kebab.
Exactly. So what are you up to this weekend, mate? How's your bank holiday?
Yeah, good, mate. We just had a little Easter brekkie, and then we went to the circus yesterday in town. So basic, mate. Nothing too serious, and just working on some projects in the slot cave.
Spill it. We want to hear.
No, mate. I'm just painting some. Whilst I'm watching you, I was just painting some magnetic racing 164 bridge, and I'm just doing some more work on the track today to get the beast up and running. But
mate, while I've got you, what are your views on Darren's Arc Pro cover?
So has he made this, has he?
This is the magnetic racing Arc Pro cover, but it's the way he's set it up and done his decor on it. I think just like this shot, it's like the hero shot, isn't it? Where he's just look at it and go, I've got some work to do here.
And I'm finger painting over here. I'm making a mess. But no, he's done a good job. Bloody hell.
I know, it's ace, isn't it? And it's like
makes us look bad.
I know, right? It's like we'll stick to YouTube.
We can't even do that properly. So what's going on, mate? I said you're building now. You're making a bit of a mess.
Yes, it's the doghouse. It's where it's appropriate, man. It's like where I find myself most weekends.
It looks good
because I'm in the basement.
I like how you've done the brick, the brick sections. How you've done some brown, some tan. It's a good idea.
So my goal with it is I was looking at it and it looks really too much like a Barrett home at the moment, which means it's just been built, brand new. It's just box fresh. So I might do, and I'm worried that I'll ruin it, but at the end of the day I can come back to it and respray it. That's the beauty of it. Is to get some real transparent, almost like a wash of a grey wash, just to make it slightly more grayer. Because if you look at the real image, it's more grey, and this one's more. It looks like it's like Little House on the Prairie. It's so clean, it's so pristine.
Yeah.
You know, it's like I want to go and frolic on the prairies or something. It doesn't look like it's come out of Seoul.
I think, and my camera for some reason is fogging up. I think it's getting too hot in here. Hold on.
It's getting hot in here.
I don't know what's going on with my camera. So we're using the same paint though. I think we're both using Vagello. I've got the Game Color series.
Yes.
You can get a bone wash. You can also get a weather wash in this as well, which is a diluted color. Yeah. So So we are using exactly the same range, I think. Hold on.
That's for the extra opaque ones.
Yeah. Same. Yeah.
So
you can get a wash.
Can you? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
if you can't get a wash, look at a Warhammer. I can't remember what the brand's called. The figures, Warhammer.
40,000 or whatever it's called.
Their paint, they've got a heap of different washes. Bone wash for skin. They've got heaps of different stuff. Yeah.
I might have to get the electric scooter down the game shop later then. We've got one down the road. It's about 0.75 miles that way.
Awesome.
But this, guys, if you can see the thin wall special that I've been working on, is actually from these paints. And if you wanted to know which one in particular it is, it's this one. I don't know if you can make that out because I've got a smaller screen.
Yeah. What's the color called?
It's called Gris Dense. It's called Heavy Grey in English. I was just reading the Spanish line. 72. Yeah, 72.1 145.
Did you buy them from Amazon?
I did.
Pretty cheap too.
Well, I didn't. My wife, Mrs. Brown, bought it for me from Amazon for Christmas, but I did write in there which one I wanted. So, hang on a second. Got my music in the background.
Yeah, you got a nice bit of tune going on there, mate. You've got a professional setup. I've just got a camera.
Let me just turn that down. People are trying to eat their kippers here.
I'm just trying to make my camera. I might have to get a little stand while you're talking, and I'll keep painting while you're painting. We'll just have a little bit of a chin wag.
Paul, I've told you.
Scooter.
Keep that between us. Please, mate. You're going to ruin me over here.
The old mobility scooter.
Oh, here we go. Adrian, I knew you'd have the answer, Aid. I knew you'd have the answer. Adrian's got the answer. When it comes to sort of setting things up like craft and building stuff, he's your hands-on man, Aid.
Oh.
He said that you can actually reduce opaque paints by using thinners, and that makes them more transparent. So we'll have a workshop on that in a bit.
But that takes skill, and I don't have any skill to do that. I'm just trying to find a better camera stand while you're talking, so I can put.
This is real behind the scenes at that slot car guy's layer, because normally we see the polished article in front of the slot car stacks behind him. Now what we're seeing is the hand grenade sight that goes on behind the camera, like the dumping ground.
Look at that. It's all gone, mate. It's all gone.
Like Mrs. That Slot Car guy comes up, Travis, we've got another delivery. And he's like, chuck it over there. So, got another delivery, broke my back, put me back out on the stairs trying to get it up there. I hate this slot car hobby.
Mate, it's a disease. I'm just trying to get this camera working so I can paint and talk, and we can just have a chin wag while you do your thing. There we go.
It is. I'm actually zooming in for a... No. We never put anything on the wheels of steel. God, I nearly put a doghouse on the deck. Right, I'm gearing up to go in.
He's going in, guys. He's going in. He's going in.
So,
right. So I'm going to turn mine off for a tick so no one gets sick, because mine's going to go all funky for a second.
Yeah, okay, cool. No worries. Right, let's see how this angle. Yeah, this is good. So you've got to just move people over to the spray booth.
There we go. Look, there's a little bit of a Sunday morning workshop. Oh, is it Sunday or is it Monday? I've been drinking.
It feels like Sunday, but it is very much Monday.
I've been drinking, mate.
Not for you.
No, I'm a bum. I'm a bum.
And not for Doug and Ian, because they love what they do. They don't work anymore.
No, they don't. They don't. Should we talk about what's going on, might be happening? Should we have a chat about that?
Yes.
Should we? I mean, it might happen. We don't know yet.
Yes, I think it's about time that we disclose the whole truth.
All right, so you start off, mate. You've got the vocal.
Okay, so what we're thinking...
We're getting married. No, I'm joking.
No, that's right, yeah. Yeah, we're getting slot car married. No. So, we've got the Slot Car Festival fast approaching us on the 20th...
21st.
21st, 22nd, or 20th, 21st?
Yeah, that one.
20th and 21st. We'll go for that for now, because I'm nowhere near a calendar. Yes, I am. I've got my laptop here. Right. We've got to be accurate on these things. People watch this back. The 20th and 21st. And I'm glad that Ian and Doug are here because they're involved in this as well. Yeah, we're throwing you under the bus as well, live on TV. What we've got going on is we've got the Slot Car Festival. And, of course, that's where it will be going off. Literally going off for 2 whole days. However, that's not enough for Travis and I. So Travis is planning to come over. He's just working the logistics on where he's going to get a flight from because they're not forthcoming out of Strasbourg, are they, Trav?
Nah, Salzburg is a bit of a Salzburg's my closest. What did you say, Strasbourg?
I said Strasbourg, not Salzburg. I mean, there's so many birds here.
I'm hungry now.
Not Salzburg.
No, they don't fly out very easily.
We are planning a couple of days session. We're going to have a little area at the Slot Car Festival, which I need to talk to the guys who run it about, getting a little press area so we can do live sessions and things from the event. And then we are planning to go to a couple of other places together and do some joint ventures at, well, I'm not going to tell you where we're going to go with Magnetic Racing because that's going to be epic. And I think that we should all do a 3-way announcement on that live a couple of days before we do that. But otherwise, we're definitely going to go and create mayhem around the show. And it's nice having Trav in the show with us because we work well together like a double act, as you can tell. But what he doesn't realise yet is with my spare controller and spare polycar, he's entered the polycar race.
Hi.
Yeah.
Hey, I didn't even know about the press area. That's all new to me.
Yeah, it's new to me. I just made it up, but now I'm going to make it happen. Right, so colour scheme, green. Right, here we go. So I'll start shaking this up now. What we need to do, we're gonna thin the paint down because these game ones, these extra opaque ones, are pretty thick. And to blow this out of the airbrush, you either need the pressure really high, or you're going to get splodges. So I don't like that. I like it to be smooth. I like it to go on gradually, and I like to build up layers so you get a nice deep color for when you put the clear coat on at the end. It really makes it pop. It makes a difference. So they say that you should really shake these up for about 40 seconds. I'm thinking, Travis and Slot Car track fans, of buying one of those machines that you put the paint on and it shakes it up for you. I'm trying to stay away from a specific word at this time of the morning.
No, use it. Wake them up.
Yeah, that shaking machine, that definitely would wake them up.
I'm just going to go grab some tissue paper so I can dry up my brush. Give me 2 secs, brother.
Yep, no worries. And here we go. So there's no science to how much thinner and how much paint you put into a paint pot. You can grab... Hold on a second. Right.
That's better. I like this idea, mate. This is it's making painting hobbies fun when you've got a couple of people to talk to.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's like, you know, you sneak down here while the missus is like gone to the shop or something, and it's like, oh, she's going to be back in 5 minutes, and I just need to finish what I'm doing, and it's no good. So actually, to get a bit of time with someone on there, they're less likely to interrupt because you're talking to someone. So this is good cover story for us both to crack on with craft.
I like it.
So I have got the paint mix ready. It's looking good. Right, guys, this is going to be noisy for a minute, track fans, because as I've told you before, hang on, I'm going to show you this. It's incredibly important that you use some ventilation if you're in a closed space. Otherwise, you're going to get high, and that is no good on an Easter Monday morning. So here we go. Remember, side to side.
So it's actually not that loud. I thought it would be louder than that.
There you go. Right. Layer 1 done. So let's show you what this looks like. Let's take this out a bit. Okay. So. Right, 1 second. There we go. Right. So, as you can see, it looks a little bit granular when I've sprayed it. And that is because I'm layering it. If you've gone on too thick, you're going to get like raindrops. It'll look like raindrops sitting on the plastic. So you might not look like it's done anything, but I can assure you that's got a nice first layer on it. And what we're going to do is gradually, we're going to go over it again and again and again. And remember, when you're painting something like whether it's a car or like a bridge that Travis is currently doing on the split screen, this is your hobby. You're in exactly no hurry to do this, guys. So, take a moment, get some caffeine or some decaf if that's your persuasion, and just enjoy it. Like, you've seen how long it's taken for the Rover. We started this when we started Slot Car Sessions, maybe about, I think it's 6 weeks ago, 5 weeks ago. No, 4 or 5 weeks ago. So we had 1, then 2, then COVID, then last week, then this week. Yeah, 5. This is our 5th session. Well, bonus 6th session if you're splitting hairs. And that's how long it's taken us to do the Rover, from sanding it down to getting the glass out. That was particularly scary. Yeah, see you later, Paul. Take care, mate. Yeah, Doug, that's what we're going to do, mate. I'm going to speak to them because we've got loads of people now involved in the media. You've got Trav and I going to be there. You've got you guys from Magnetic Racing. You're going to be there. We've got Car Fun Mostly and John Soden going to both be there. So I was thinking of doing, like on Wimbledon, they have like the press area at the top, and they go there like 10 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 6 o'clock for maybe half an hour. And then they bring in someone at the time, or they're doing something going on like a polycar competition final, trophies, or something's happening. So maybe if I was thinking about this, we could set up like the press area for the Associated Press. Even the guys at Slot Car News might want a breakout space where they can come and do an interview with someone for the magazine that they don't want to do when they're on their stand, because they get interrupted by people like me coming down, like having a great time, wanting to interrupt them. Or we can get people like Maurizio Ferrari over there, and he's got an element of chatting without being bombarded by somebody who's been in the hobby for 50 years and wants to catch up chat and just doesn't appreciate the red button at all. That's the record button, by the way, if you just tuned in.
My camera's having a fit.
So,
but you know who else is going to be there? Gary Skip's going to be there. I've been talking to Gary from Disco. Yeah, I believe he's going to be there. He was really nice. He handed out the olive branch to try and help me get around whilst I'm in the UK. It's been awesome, mate. So many people have reached out to give me a hand in the UK, but I think Gary's going to be there. And if people who are watching don't know who Gary is, he's one of the many behind Disco, which, as you've experienced, mate, was probably one of the best things I've ever seen on a stream. It was incredible. It was incredible.
Oh, my Lord.
I wish I was there.
Even with the dodgy bandwidth, broadband, whatever, even with that, like, just if you have it on in the background, them live streams and you're spraying and doing stuff, the sound is good. And I worked out, I've live streamed 12 hours from it. So half the event was on a stream of some nature. And I did find, I did the Sunday Slot Car Sessions within all of that.
Yeah.
Well, I did find that I'd recorded it. I'd actually recorded it on my camera as well as streaming it. So I've got a mint copy of it. But the sound is atrocious. However, I was thought of using the sound from the StreamYard recording because that's close on the laptop, and that was good. But what I've noticed after hours yesterday is that actually where the bandwidth struggles a bit, it stretches out the recording itself. So when you marry that sound to an actual physical recording, it's out of sync within 30 seconds, like that. So I'm flogging a dead horse here. I think I might just let it lie and just crack on with the main video. I've got some brilliant.
You use StreamYard though at the same time as going live. That's probably going to play with your bandwidth too. Maybe next time just use YouTube Live, and you might get a stronger bandwidth if you're not running a second program through it.
Oh really? I didn't think of that. I just go to StreamYard and click live in StreamYard.
No. I wouldn't even use, if you've got bad bandwidth, just go to YouTube itself, the app, and just use the YouTube Live itself. You're not going to have all your fancy banners, but you're not going to be drawing any more bandwidth.
Okay.
And now with YouTube, if you want to bring a host or a guest on at the same time, you can actually invite a person on the YouTube stream itself now. So if you are struggling with bandwidth, just use the YouTube app. And don't use StreamYard. But StreamYard is cool. Yeah. Just a little hot tip there for you, mate.
No, that's right. I mean, next time I'll know better. I'll be calling up the venue in the week and doing a deal with them.
Well, next time I'll be holding the camera for you.
Yeah, exactly. Well, we need good bandwidth. And so I'm just going to hit record on everything. He says he's not even recording this, but the bandwidth's good here, so I don't need to.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was but the video I've got, the standalone VT I made for my video. There's some good coverage in that. There's some good action shots. I can't wait to get that online.
I love the lights idea, how the lights come on and off replicating the real world. That was what?
Yeah. I know you've got a binary choice as a journalist to get the right end of the hall for the lighting, haven't you, for the morning?
That is incredible. Mate,
That's why I'm not a gambling man. That's why I'm not a gambling man.
It is incredible. Right, I'll kill.
Hold on a second.
So I've done a little bit more work in the slot cave. I've rearranged the collection to make it look a bit neater. I am trying to squeeze as much as I can into a small space, but I've rearranged the room a little bit, so it's looking a bit better.
So talk us through your track. Talk us through how the track's coming together. Is it fixed? I know you're waiting for the braids, right?
So the issue I have is when I had to transport it, being the size that it is, I had to get the bloke to cut it in pieces. As you've seen, it's been dissected into 6 or 7 pieces because originally it was formed on a big, multiple bits of MDF, which would never fit up the stairs, through the door, and in my car. So where he's cut it, where the 2 braids meet, if you are building a track, whenever you run braid where there's joins, you run the braid past the edge of the track, you wrap it under and back under the track itself. So when you join the 2 bits of track, they touch.
Yep, and underneath you put a little link as well.
Yeah, you put a little link underneath, so if you do run out of braid, you can pull it back through, or you can attach power to the bottom of it. Now, because we've cut the track in certain spots which weren't a join, now we've got 2 bits of braid that are frame, but there's no join. So I've got to wait for the braid to come to tear all that up and run some new braid. But I've got a trick to do. I've got some alligator clips coming so I can run the Carrera power to the track. And I've actually jimmied up some little bits of braid and put between the 2 bits of track just to get a connection. Because I'm telling you now, I don't know when I'm getting the braid. The guys haven't even got back to me yet. And that's 6 days since I ordered it. So
well, hang on, cancel it. You'll be quicker to get it at the Slot Car Festival.
Oh, mate, you know what? You are bang on. And that's exactly what I don't know. But it's the track's almost ready. Like I can do it. The track's ready, all the displays are done. I've still got to do the walls because I've got some more shelving coming. But I don't know if you can see with this camera, but the track is, it's definitely, it fits all the displays. Oh, let's see if I can do a walk. I don't know how long my lead is. Hold on.
Yes. Use your zoom.
Hold on, let me take this off. If anyone's getting sick, I'm sorry. Hold on.
Don't worry about that. They should have eaten their Easter eggs by now.
Here we go. All right, I've only got a short lead. So this is the track. I had to raise the track up over the window ledge here. It used to be under the ledge, but it would not fit. So now I've raised it up using those display shelving that I had up against
Look at the collection. Look at that collection, track fans. I'm literally...
And there's more over here.
I'm salivating. Look at that.
But these are all... It's all behind as well. I don't have enough. So now I've used this as display and as
enough slot cars? You've got enough slot cars?
Not enough slot cars. There's more down the back. But yeah, there's the track. It's pretty much...
Yes! It's up.
It's up. I just got to do the braid, and I'll show you what I mean. If I can reach, I probably can't. But if you can see here, I'm tickling a bit of braid.
Yep.
That's what I'm trying to achieve, some overhang. But unfortunately, some of the joints like here, there is no overhang. I've actually put a bit of braid in there to make the connection, and then I'll shave that off whilst I'm waiting for some braid.
Yeah.
Because when you separate these two bits of track, these bits of braid do not touch. So that's not ideal. This is not ideal. Plus some of the braid is pretty poor. And over the other side, we've got the same issue. There's a join over here.
Yes, we got the same gantry. Yes, look. Yes, mate.
Do you like that? Do you?
Yeah, we are both super cheap.
Wow. Well, there's a bit of a story behind that gantry, mate.
Really?
Yeah.
If it's clean, tell us more.
No, it's clean. Do you know where super cheap? Do you know where super cheap comes from?
No.
Australia.
I didn't know that. Every day is a school day.
And where did the idea come from?
Please tell me it's not you.
Yeah, me and Magnetic Racing did that one together. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant like the original brand you did.
No. So Super Cheap has sponsored Bathurst, not now, but for a very long time. Up until maybe 2 years ago, they stopped. Super Cheap is like a Bunnings. You wouldn't know what Bunnings is. A hardware shop for cars. It's a huge outlet.
Yeah,
where you can buy. Do you have Bunnings?
No, my brother-in-law is their lead web developer. He's on Series 1. Yeah, he's the head honcho there.
Well, that's my next design, Bunnings.
Is it?
Yeah, right. Because it's massive in Australia racing. So
I'll speak to him and see if he's still involved to get you some clearance on the brand. Or I'll just do it, Trav.
No. So if you release it as a plain color, as in if you release it as wood only, you can recommend a color, but if you leave it as wood only, then they can paint it pink.
Track grey.
Huh? What did you say?
One sec, Trav.
I thought you were sniffing that stuff for a second.
Hold on.
Thanks, Michael. I appreciate it, mate. It's been a journey to try and get some kind of setup. Cheers, Michael.
Sorry about that, mate. I just had to
put another layer on. No, you're all right.
Yes. So with the track, is he not even replied then about when the braids are coming?
No, it's from the company that the bloke who built the track in his house originally purchased it from. So I don't know, maybe because it's Easter holiday. I don't know, mate. If I'm being honest with you, not much happens very quickly in Austria. If you want something done quickly, you do it yourself. So yeah, I don't know. But I will promise I'll have it up and running. I've just ordered some alligator clips from Amazon, which will then let me, which I could probably explain why I'm here. Let me get pieces. So what I'll do, whilst I'm waiting for the alligator clips to come from Amazon, I will use a negative and positive on the track itself. So a negative and positive alligator clip. Then I'll run that to my wood track. And because I don't want to run the full power yet with the computer because it won't work properly because the power won't be 100%. But what that'll allow me to do is I can then run cars around the track, which I have been, with the wireless controller just for testing purposes until the braid comes, and then I'll fully tear it down and do it properly. So I think give me 1 more week and I will have the track up and running in a budget way. But that's how I'm going to be doing it until I can because I've got a full computer system for it, I've got timing for it. But to run all that, you need to make sure your power on your track is perfect. And with me putting a little bit of braid in between the joints isn't professional, but it's enough for me to test cars until I get the braid delivered.
Yeah.
So that's my little trick. And I'll be running wireless controllers so I can talk like this and drive just in the meantime. Yeah.
You need wireless, mate, for when it spanners out the window. When you got the window open in the summer, you're like, oh, bummer, I've got to get out there and get the car.
But I tell you, mate, this track has come together. This was not even planned. The track was sent to me by a slot car dude, absolute legend. He said, Trav, this is near you. It's an hour away. Even the room setup, this has all just happened sort of fluidly. I didn't have no plan on how this room was ever going to look. And I'm actually surprised how it's turned out. I'm really surprised. So which goes to show you can make anything happen with, a little bit of time. Oh, Tony, you've sent me a message. Sorry, I haven't read it. Oh, thanks, mate. Tony sent me I won't share it, Tones, because I know Tony Tibbs, who just sent the message on the chat, he sent me a message before of a scratch build he's doing.
Oh, really?
Mate. I'm not going to say anything more about it because Tony, I wouldn't say he's private about his work, but he needs to show it off. Tony, if you are listening, which you are, you need to show off your builds, mate, because you are a legend. And whilst I've
got a bogus social media account like everyone else and put it on there, no one will know it's you. But we'll love to see it.
I've asked him to share it on our page because I've asked him to be an expert. He might take that up hopefully again soon because his stuff he builds. Holy moly.
Well, there's a market for it. If if you wanted to do it for, you could sell one and it pays for the next one. That's what my mate Peter Shepherd does at Racing Replicas. He's just gone on and he does custom builds now because he built a couple for someone. And then someone else just absolutely loved it. So that's you can find him all over social media, Facebook, Instagram. He's there. I'm not sure if he's on TikTok yet.
Why don't you visit him and do a spot on him?
Yeah, but he is spot on. Yeah. And lovely guy with it as well. We always have a chat. He's always got time. He'll always tell you about what he uses, how he does it. He's like me. He's not There's no smoke and mirrors with him. He's like, I used the Halfords primer. No, I used the Auto Eagle clear coat, or I've used the rattle cam for this, or I used airbrush on that. It's not like some people are quite elitist. They won't share their secrets with you. It's like women in makeup. They don't share tips. But,
and we need those tips. Look at.
Yeah. That's why I do the morning session, so I can pull off looking like badgers behind, and that's why, because then I come in not shaven and my hair's a mess and still in my pajamas. I love it. It's great concept.
I'm still in my stinky gym clothes.
Yeah, there's some charm pits for you, track fans.
Why I've got you, Slotter's. Good morning, Slotter, absolute legend, which you were talking about him earlier. I'm very much like Slotter when I build.
Here he is. Here he is. We were shouting up about you earlier. We were talking about you earlier. Actually, let's do it again while he's on. Oh, it's not there. It's not there.
So when he paints his kits, I'm very much the same. If it's a kit that can be built and painted all in one, I will do exactly how that is. If it's a kit that's small enough, like I'm doing now in different color sections, I will then paint it in sections. Where most of my kits I've painted are complete. I've built them and then I paint them, very much like Slaughter.
Yep.
Because you don't want them too perfect. You want them to look like they've been sitting for a long time.
This is Slot R's channel. We were just talking about it earlier when I first jumped on the screen earlier, about an hour ago. I was saying that I love coming across new material and because it gives me ideas on how to do things differently. And I was saying here where we was talking about the doghouse, I when I do my priming, yeah, this is a good example. I prime it on the board first.
Yeah.
Whereas what this guy does, and there's no right or wrong way, by the way. The only way is there's no right or wrong way. The way to do it is the way that suits you. That's what I like about this hobby. And he builds them all first, then sprays them up, or he sprays bits by bits as he's built them. Oh, and that's quite a good idea, because I've always struggled with what we do on the edge. You know, the edge is kind of harder if you've ever built one of these models. The edge seems to be more, I don't know, harder to paint than the rest of the building.
Yeah.
So I tend to sand down the edge of when I've popped them out, I sand the edges down. I'll get an example.
So I'm very much like Slotter. I will build them prime if I can, because it is a lot easier. But if there's little small parts, it's a bit hard to do that. Oh, yeah, yeah.
So I won't prime the back of a sign because it's going to be glued to a building, so you don't need it. However, when you get the edges, you do need to paint those. And if you haven't, I tend to sand them a little bit. Just the slightest rub with the sandpaper, like this. That's probably enough, just to get a key on there, if anything. And I'm using the wrong sandpaper. It's really fine, that one. So, yeah, that's what you do. But he sprays them all. So I might, when I do the Marshall Tower, which is the next one from Magnetic Racing that I'm going to do, I'm going to build that first, like Slot R does, and then I'm gonna paint it individually from there. Yeah.
So while my paint's drying, I might get a car out and have a close look at it while you're talking.
All right, sound. Now I think I'm learning a lesson here while we're talking. I think I'm learning a spray lesson here. Doug and Ian are probably wetting themselves. So what I'm realizing is that I'd sprayed the whole car orange, and this is the beauty of these sessions, is you see me figuring things out, good or bad. What I think I should have done was had this bottom section white and then sprayed the green on it, because as I'm spraying the green over fluorescent orange, it's not giving me the kind of green color I'd have expected.
It's pulling through.
Sort of dark and murky. You can kind of make it out there. You can see the color on the tape building nicely, but then when you get onto the orange and green, what does that make? Is it purple?
Purple.
Yeah. So I think we're starting to get a purple custom. It's going to be a JDM.
It's a UKM, a UK import.
A UKM, yeah. Well, we'll have to do a Sunday. Oh, yeah. Oh, how are we going to work that one out? So on the Slot Car Festival, we've obviously got to do a Sunday morning session, because that's like the law now. People expect it. They know where we're going to be hanging out. So do we storm the building and do the Sunday session from 7 a.m. in the Motor Museum?
We make it ours.
From an undisclosed location nearby.
The toilet.
Yeah, the Magnetic Racing urinal container.
But like celebrities here and the C-grade celebrities, which are us, can you please go this way? I'm like, okay.
That's it, yeah. We got the roof.
The toilet.
So what I might do, track fans, is because I'm learning this now, I think over the course of the rest of the day, I'm going to do one side, I'm going to put a few more layers on and see how it looks. On the other side, I'm going to spray that white, and then I'm going to spray it green, so that we can see what both sides look like on a white base or on the actual orange color base, because I think this isn't giving me the color I expected, which is disappointing because I feel like I've wasted time. But by me wasting time, when you do it, you'll know what to do, and how not to waste time and maximize the speed. You get this back sprayed and on the track ready to roll in the race, because that's what it's about, racing track fans. Meanwhile, back at Travis HQ, that slot car guy, live trackside, there he is coming up from downstairs.
I can't find my light. Sorry, it's very professional. I'm just walking around the back in my jammies.
Dude, where's my light?
Oh my God.
Is your kid there?
Oh.
Ah, I love it. Yes.
You want to say hello?
Hello, how you doing? You all right?
Say hi. Say hi. He just got his new glasses. He's got glasses now.
Yeah, welcome to the club. I've only had
See?
these 2 years. These are new to me.
Yeah.
When you get a hot drink, right? When you get a hot drink,
And then you come for me.
they all steam up.
He wants me to help him with his Lego.
Yes.
5 minutes. 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
Okay. Come back, close a little bit there. Ciao. Sorry. You scared, mate. He's scared.
I cannot get enough. If you go on YouTube, type in playing games, kids scares me.
Oh, yeah, I've seen him. I've seen it. He's like, oh!
They're playing they're doing like a review on Resident Evil, and it's obviously like late and it's dark and they're fully immersed in the game. And then the kid touches the leg and they're like, whoa!
I didn't even know. Hi, that slot car kid. Actually, you'll see him in some videos. He's getting old enough now to probably he's building Lego himself now, 6, 7 plus Lego. He's actually smarter than me. So you'll see him on some videos soon as at that slot car kid.
Yeah.
All right.
Brilliant.
Oh, mate, my heart's still racing.
Right, let's have a look.
All right, it's time for me to start. Oh, yeah, so some of the cars that I got from Carrera.
Yes.
The
lighter.
Man, I could not believe they sent me 4 cars. I was only got 12.
Carrera. Well
I
done.
was receiving 2. But one of the Ferraris, oh my God. It's incredible. Anyways.
I love it. But that's the thing, it's nice when a company does that. You buy a $27 box and they recognize that you're giving them good kudos across the channel and across the planet, and they decide to surprise you. I mean, you can't get much better than unexpected happiness, which is when you saw your face undo the boxes. Not only did they send you a couple of extra cars because they wanted, they've sent you the good stuff. They didn't just send you like the old Morris Minor they're trying to get rid of from 1978. Like, yeah, just chuck it over to travel, clear the shelves. They've sent you A-listing, A-grade, weapon grade, proper modern cars.
And full disclosure, the cars that I received, you could receive those as well. They literally randomly just go boom, boom, which they told me this in an email. They literally, it doesn't matter if it's a base car, if it's a new release car, they will put in whatever they do at the time. So, but I have to admit, I've been lucky in Europe. I do have to go back to Australia. I'm back and forth, as we've chatted before. I won't get the same support in Australia because of delivery. That's the biggest issue of being in Australia is the post. And just for a bit of background for the people who are watching on how I receive stuff for free, when I'm in Australia, I have to then go through distributors that distribute the product. I can't really go through the company themselves because distributor now has distributor rights in that country. So because I'm in Sanktihan and Salzburg is literally a 45-minute drive, which is where they are, there's no reason or no law for them to go through a distributor. It's direct to me. So that's why I'm receiving it whilst I'm in Austria. But in Australia, I wouldn't receive Carrera. I hope it continues, but there's a lot of logistics behind it. But it's all free. I've got to disclose that, and you have to on YouTube too. You have to tell the viewers legally that this is a gift. And I didn't purchase any of those stuff. I'm grateful, but yeah, it is what it is.
Well, there's a button that says, "Is it paid promotion?"
and it's fraud, because if you're being paid for it, you have to declare tax to someone.
Yep.
To the people that are watching that don't really know why we keep saying all the time, look, we got this, I bought this, I got this free, they sent this free, I got this in the post, I didn't buy it. Because if they send you something, I can't remember where I was going with this, but ultimately it's about if they pay you for most, that's right.
Yeah.
If they don't send you it for free and they pay you to take it and then talk about it, you have to pay back on it. It's advertising. Yeah. But if they send it to you for free, and we're always grateful to the high rafters and back of anyone who wants to send in things for review, for comment. If you're a collector and you want to send in a car to share the custom build with the wider audience, we'll treat it like it's our own kids and we'll send it back to you in a fashion that you've got it, you send it to us in, then do so. But we've got a duty to say we're not getting doed in for this. We don't get doed in for this because we do content quicker than they can pay us if they even wanted to. Yeah, it's all about being reactive and getting out there, a bit of proactivity. But and
a question I get asked a lot, which I was going to make a video on, but I'm not big enough as a YouTuber to make money. And people always ask me, "Oh, you must be making a fortune." The way YouTube works is and I never ask for money from anyone. Like, yes, I've got Patreon. I think you might have Patreon. I've got.
No, I haven't.
Well, we all do that.
Yeah, I don't know. Paul keeps saying to me he's gone for breakfast now, so I can talk about him. But but no, we're good friends. Paul keeps saying about putting on something on the YouTube thing that says like join or something that people can donate to, so that I can get like tracks and stuff together and do more slot car reviews and stuff.
There's a couple of tricks right now in the chat. People can pay for a message, as in a donated message. So there's a lot of ways that people. I don't pump this up because I think YouTube should be free. But the hardest thing is if we want to bring current products, we're then spending. I mean, if I'm honest, I'll probably spend $20,000 a year on the channel to keep it going because I've got to buy a product, you've got to buy a light. It's a lot of money to do the channel, but that's my decision. That's what I chose. But if people want to help, there's Patreon, buy me a coffee. Any video that you upload, along the scroll bar where you've put the video, where people can comment, there's actually a button you can press now that you can actually donate just to that video if you liked it. Like,
that's every video.
I'll do a video on it, but I feel bad doing it because it's like I've never asked for money. It's my fault for doing this. Like, but when people say, "Look, please give me money," or it's like, "Well, hold on, you're doing the channel.
You inflicted yourself."
Yeah. It's grateful.
You got addicted to slot cars, and now you got the public nuisance to deal with.
But we're getting there. We've got support from companies. Slot cars are getting bigger on YouTube.
Slot Cars Anonymous.
The slot car hobby is getting much bigger. It really is in the YouTube
I think area. It is.
TikTok. So just so everyone watching, every 1,000 views that a video gets, and it has to get 1,000 views, that's around about $2.50 to $3 you get as a YouTuber. So if you see a video that's not
in the UK.
Yeah, well, I think here it's like I get paid US, so we're probably almost the same.
We do.
Yeah. So if you get a million views, whether it's one video or your whole channel, that's $3,000 US dollars. It's not a lot of money that YouTubers make. That's why you see Mr. Beast and all these people making, daily 1 million views. That's $3,000 a day. That's when it becomes a lot of money. But yeah.
I need to get on to cooking. I need to get on the cookery channel. Yeah, that's right. So hang on. Brilliant. Get on with that bridge. Get on with that bridge.
I was going to open up a window because it's getting foggy in here because I'm nervous around you.
Yeah, I would be as well. Oh dear! I'll tell you what, it's a bit good cracking, mate. I've got some good idea. I've got to give. Oh yes, we were going to be talking this morning. We were going to be covering. I had one-page extract from the Le Mans brochure, the Le Mans directory guide, spotter guide.
I need that.
I'll talk to you offline about it, Travis, if that's all right.
Yes, honey.
Yep. That's it. But he sent me one page from it, and then he sent me a kind of caveat with it. So I'm not going to talk about it at the moment. I'm just going to see where my parameters are for talking about it before I do so, and I'll talk to you more about it offline. But yeah, no, I tell you. So now we've got some viewers in the room. You're tuning in if you've just tuned in to Track Fans TV and that slot car guy. So predominantly on our channel at the moment, but I'll flick over the live stream to Travis at speak that slot car guy, so he can put the stream up on his feed later if he wants to. And we've been chatting through this morning. We've been talking about a little bit about Gaydon. We've been talking a little bit about trying to fit slot car tracks into ambitious sized rooms. We've been addressing the Rover. The Rover returns. And if you're into soap operas in the UK, that means something to you. Travis, it's the pub in Coronation Street, which, to be honest, I haven't watched in years. So what we've been doing is we've been spraying up the Rover. If you just tuned in, this is. Sorry to repeat myself if you've been following the whole show. And we've been spraying the bottom half of it green, but I've established that because it's fluorescent orange and I'm spraying over it with green, it's not giving me the color clarity and pop that I want. So later today, I'm going to spray one half of that white and then green, and I'm going to continue to spray this green, and we're going to see what the differences are for probably doing the better priming with the white and then the coat rather than the color and then the coat. I mean, to seasoned people out there, this is like sucking eggs. But to amateurs, rank amateurs like us, me and Trav, it doesn't come easily. You know, we didn't take art class in school. Well, I didn't anyway. I was too busy taking other classes like business studies and media studies. And
well, I didn't go to school, mate. I dropped out at like 14. So there you go.
Really?
That's a whole nother story.
Yeah, well, that's you, Trav. Any of our younger viewers listening, I sussed out school at an early age, right? It's a good place to go to, mainly because what you'll realise fast is that's where your pals are. So if you want to see your pals, go to school. It makes sense. But then on the flip side, when we were kids, like about 900 years ago, there was no internet. So you had to go to school to see your friends. You couldn't just like live stream with them in the evening like my kids do. We just see the door now, door A, door B. I know there's kids in there because I can hear farting and screaming now and again where they've obviously been killed on Call of Duty and they're throwing the toys out of the pram. But yeah, school rocks. I tell you, if I had a chance to do school, but in today's times, I will do that. I'd nail school.
I just wasn't very good. I matured late.
Yeah. Well, I didn't go to university. I went to the School of Life, as we call it over here. And it's all right. I mean, it wasn't for me. I did other things. If you go into uni, if you haven't figured out what you want to do in life, uni's a good place. The other place is the British Army. I wasn't clever enough for uni, so I only had one option left. But otherwise, nowadays, you can create a subject, go to the local uni, tell them that you want to study that, and you do the course. You create it. Hang on, plot thickens. Slot car spraying courses down at Northampton University.
Look at that. You just created a space.
Slot car degree. Could you imagine it?
Can I say probably very stupid here? And I'll actually probably show my face when I'm doing it because then I think I could be blamed for it. You know what I've always thought about slot cars, and this has been for many years.
Yeah.
Why don't they in jail? Because they do woodwork in jail, and I'll talk about this in the later. I've never been to jail.
I was going to ask.
No.
Well qualified.
Why don't they implement slot car racing in jail where they can route their own track? It gives the jailees, I mean, it's not a dangerous hobby because you're building a car. Like they have to scratch build them if they want to race them because they won't be sponsored by any companies. But if you're in jail and you knew you'll wake up the next morning and potentially having a race on Thursday, all week in between your normal day shifts, you'll be making the track, fixing your cars, and it'll probably build like a brotherhood in there. I thought slot cars is the perfect hobby for jail. Now, I'm not drinking alcohol. I am drinking an energy drink, so this might be why I'm saying this. But what do you think? Slot cars in jail?
I think it's an idea. I think
Go easy on the
right kind of lag though, because all they're going to do is they're going to. I don't know. I think
you don't like it. Be honest.
Work.
Okay. I can take it.
I think.
Will it work? Chat.
Yeah,
what
that's
do you
the
reckon?
question. Will it work? Will the lags latch on to slot cars? Or will they just want to carry on playing PlayStation and doing nothing for 23 hours a day?
But they're learning a bit of electronics. They're learning how to brass. They're learning how to woodwork, because they do woodwork anyway, so they might as well make something useful. I don't know.
They don't do that in the UK.
Don't they?
No, because there's such a shortage of prison wardens, prison guards. They're all locked up for 23 hours a day. They get an hour out in the yard. And that's that. And what they're saying now, we have a huge skill shortage of plumbers, electricians, joiners, painters, like tradespeople. So
Really?
they're actually going to the lags. They're going to the inmates and saying, right, here you can get an MVQ, a BTEC, a SOVEC, a whatever a course, a degree. You can come down in your time whilst instead of being locked up and learn how to do these trades. When you get out, you can write your own check because there's such a shortage over here. And you know what? They're declining it. They can't be asked of it.
Oh,
They think they're going to be influencers. They're going to do a couple of drill raps and they're going to be influencers. And that's how people want to make money. They don't want to get up off the bum and go to work like the rest of us. They just don't. Fair play if you've suffered an injury at work or if you've suffered issues and you can't work, then that's what it is. But generally, the most part of society would want to work.
Did you read Tony's post?
This one?
No, Tony Tibbs about the slot car racing in jail.
Yeah, exactly. There you go.
Good one, Tony.
Don't, Tony. I kind of need the toilet already, but that's about right. Yeah.
Well, I'm on your time here, mate. If you're going to end it, or if you need to go solo, you let me know, brother.
No, this is great because I can actually go for the loo. You can keep chatting for 2 minutes, and I'll be right back.
But I've never done this before. I'm nervous.
I love it. Love it. So I'm handing over to my wingman, Travis, in the house.
It feels like a first date. Hi guys. Shane, I saw Shane. How's the weather in Melbourne, mate? How is it? I've been keeping in touch with some people in Australia, and it looks like the weather's gone back to being a little bit yucky. And I guess for the people who have just joined, one of the reasons I'm on the stream, we are trying to organise a decent trip to the UK. So me and Slot. I'm on his stream. Me and Pete from Track Fans. Let me just check which stream I'm on. Yep, it's Track Fans. We are going to try and do a lot of stuff together in UK. My biggest issue at the moment is getting a plane. Tickets okay, but getting a plane from where I live in Austria, which is Salzburg, to somewhere in the UK, because they don't fly very often to the UK. I might have to go to Germany instead. So that's my issue. But what we are trying to achieve is when I do get there, me and Pete will be together for the majority of the time. Yes, we're going to go do the 2-day show together. We're going to try and get some media stuff happening, live streams, all that kind of fun stuff. I believe we are also looking at an Airbnb together. So there might be some after hours shenanigans. Morning, Fingers. Morning, Paul. Thanks for joining, mate. He's just gone to the toilet. Oh, he's back.
I'm back.
Don't tell him what I said, guys.
Yeah, I'll back.
I'm just filling him in about the plans for the UK.
Is this where I'm going to get blocked now by YouTube for all sorts
I
of
just demonetized you, mate.
Brilliant.
You're not getting your $3 for this stream, okay?
Ah.
I want my $3.
Morning, Darfingers. How you doing, mate?
What a legend. Darfingers should get like a legendary badge. He's on every stream. He's on everyone's channel. Good on you, mate.
You are a consummate professional.
He's incredible, and I love the support. Good on you, Fingers, and everyone else. I'm not just saying Fingers in general, but he is everywhere.
Don't tempt me, Paul. Paul, just don't tempt me with that. I have thought about that, like a live feed for the live stream.
A live feed for the live stream? What is that?
Well, he's suggesting I have a commode under the table and I'm plugged in.
Oh, so an OnlyFans and a live stream.
Yeah. So anyway, for the younger version viewers who doesn't know what a commode is something that pensioners have. Well, a lot of people can use. And what it is it's generally a seat like this, and it's got a hole in it, and then a bucket, so you just go. That's enough description. That's what a commode is, young track fans.
And I'm telling you, that will get the views.
They get the wrong views, that's for sure. It might get some donations, but get the wrong views. Oh, I tell you what. I've got to throw another project in the mix. So here's my voice scooter helmet. Completely, it's an electric scooter, so it can kind of come on the show. It's electric powered. So I've just realised, because I'm voice scootering down to the train station every day, I've just realised, and no one wears helmets, I've just realised that you can get a discount if you wear a helmet. So I'm going to be spraying that helmet up later, some outrageous colours, ready for voice scootering tomorrow. Going to get myself a discount.
What is a voice scootering? What are you talking about?
Electric scooters that are now around town that you hire.
Yeah.
So you open your app, you get next to a scooter, you open your app, you scan it, and it turns itself on. You ride it to where you need to go, turn it off, deconnect, unconnect, disconnect, whatever, and you get charged. So it cost me £3 to ride the voice scooter down to the train station. If I got a taxi, it cost £11.
I want to see you ride a scooter. Please do a live stream. Please, please, please.
No, Slot Journal, 5 a.m. You are hardcore, mate. It's only on a given weekend. That'd be 2 hours before the Sunday sessions start. But lovely to have your company today, mate. Thank you very much. And next Sunday, 7 a.m. here. Already had confirmation earlier, if they're still watching, from Ian and Doug. They're going to come on and have a chat with us on the live stream from Magnetic Racing. So that's going to be a bit sweet. I want to find out what they're working on, and I'm going to come up with some suggestions through the week. I'm going to work on it. Suggest you guys do too. Pick out some ideas of some structures, some buildings that you want Magnetic Racing to work on. The wackier the better, because they do love a challenge. I think we're missing. I think they're missing Buckingham Palace from the Arsenal. To be honest with you,
what a build!
I'm just putting it out there. You know, I'm just setting a stall out as to where we should be thinking. Maybe I think the Shard, but the Shard's a bit basic. This is not basic in a building. It's like literally state of the art building, but in terms of it's just a point with glass windows. Whereas Buckingham Palace, you've got the balcony, you've got the mall, you've got the wings, you've got the centre court. It's just, that would be a big build. Then you got something like maybe the Bull Ring up in Birmingham, iconic building. That would be a good build. Lots of detail on there. Tony, right, good. I'm glad you've brought this up. So, for those of you who don't know, see if I can get this right. The Orpington Slot Car meet. There you go. I've got the focus now. The Orpington Swap meet, which is happening in Orpington, Kent, is on next 16th of April. So Just check the day. That is Sunday. So it's on Sunday. Orpington Slot Car Swap Meet, or Orpington Swap Meet. It's at the Crofton Halls, York Rise in Orpington. Postcode BR6 8PR.
Orpington? Where's my lid?
Get onto that. Tony's just mentioning about it. I'm not going to be going, unfortunately, Tony. I plan to go. I'd advertised that I would go back in January, if you remember, when I was saying Swindon's, then Milton Keynes, then Orpington, then the Slot Car Festival. But about 5 or 6 weeks ago, I left my last job to get a new job, and I give back the company car, and now I own no car. I am a proper Greta Thunberg. I have no car, so I'm having to bum a lift to get around places or take the train. It's really difficult, and voice scooters, of course. So we've got a car. My wife has a car, so I can use a car if I need a car. But you know what it's like when you borrow the wife's car? You have to really sort of like pick and choose your moments. So you have to sort of say, like, I was at Le Mans last weekend. It feels like about 4 weeks ago already. I had the chance to go to the extravaganza Roger Barker slots, A1 slots this weekend. Then it's Orpington next weekend. Then it's probably some crazy race event the week after. Then it'll be a weekend off. Then it's the Slot Car Festival, which actually is not just Saturday and Sunday. It's going to be more like Wednesday to Tuesday because of other events that we've got, other things we've got planned. Da-da-da. We've got more content for you guys.
Yeah.
So I want to go, but in the interest of keeping the crown jewels exactly where they're positioned right now, I have to pick and choose which
is in her
events I
handbag.
go to. Because Mrs. Brown, when she wants to use the car and she realizes that hubby's out at a dirty slot car event and she can't use it to nip to co-op, it's a big problem. So I'm just working on logistics on it, and I've just got to pick and choose. It's as clear cut as that. If I had my own way, if I was a single guy, I wasn't married with kids or whatever, I would literally be at every weekend, and then in the week, twice a week at different slot car clubs. I'd be all over it. It'd be amazing. But I don't. So I'm a team player. So I got to play a bit of team with the family and a bit of team with you guys. And that's how I generally balance it out. But the Slot Car Festival, God, it's going to be massive, Travis. Massive.
Mate, I'm excited. I'm excited, man. I can't wait. I can't wait.
Phenomenal. I was thinking about the battery situation. Is it a plug-in rechargeable battery, or do you?
No. So let me disclose how big my operation is at that Slot Car Guy HQ. I run a single camera that I bought for my previous job 6 years ago. And because this camera is now so old, I can't get a replacement original battery. I have secondhand batteries and they last probably all of 6 minutes. I can't get myself another battery for this camera to then, once this goes flat, which is half an hour, put another one in. So I literally use one camera, one battery for every video I do, which takes longer for me to do any video because I've got to wait for this to charge again. That's the battery I was talking to you about. Unless I upgrade my camera, which I can't afford to, I run one battery. And I will be getting a new phone, so that's a secondary camera, but that's how I run the operations here at Budget HQ.
Yeah, no, well, it's that I had battery issues at Le Mans. My camera kept going black on me. And worryingly, it was going black on me with 3 minutes before the start of the race. You know, the money shot, the whole money shot of being a YouTuber at the event is you get the start and you get the finish. Everything else is a sort of byproduct to the video, but people want to see the start of the race and the finish of the race. And the start of the race, the camera kept blacking out. So I fired in another battery thinking, the battery's gone duff. same thing. I managed to get the VT that I needed, which was a relief, but it was a disaster. And then when I went down to the table, I sort of like, let me just sort of figure this out. I can't have this insecurity while I'm running around trying to capture the moment when I'm not in the moment. So I opened the flap at the underside of it to pull the battery out, and it wouldn't come out. I had to borrow someone's flathead screwdriver and jimmy it out. And what had happened was where the battery, I'll get this on the camera, where the battery's there, this upside had a big bend in it, a massive concaveness, where the battery has actually eroded or has become faulty over the years. And what are the chances that I've got 7 spare batteries, and 2 of them in a row have been warped, and I'd used them in succession. And of course, I've took one out. I thought, oh, that's stuff. Put the next one in, and that was like really stiff. And I'm like, hang on a second. Oh, don't tell me my camera is broken. That's the last thing I need is good batteries and a duff camera. So I took it out and I put in the battery I'd just been using prior to this, and it was perfect. And I put in the others, and the others worked, but it was just like, for a split second, I thought my camera was up the Swanee.
And they're not cheap, are they? They're bloody expensive.
No, I'm not going to say how much my camera was in case someone sees it at Gaydon, but they're not cheap.
Hey, we trust all fellow slot heads.
I do, and I leave my camera specifically on stands if I'm going somewhere where they've got menace, like Slot Track Scenics or Magnetic Racing, because Slot Track Scenics guy is in the RAF. Yeah, you're not messing with a service person's kit. You just don't do that. That's a life skill for anyone out there. Don't mess with a service personnel's kit. It will end not the way you think it will. And then secondly, you got Ian and Doug. No one's going to be nicking your camera because they're just going to be blinded by the track that they've took to the event, and they're going to be focused on that more.
Well, I believe they've been very busy with some track builds, which is exciting.
Dave, I think I saw what they're taking to Gaydon. I think Roger Federer, there was an image somewhere on one of the social medias. It might have been Instagram, where Roger Federer is having a go on the track that they're planning to take to Gaydon. And they said, this is a part of it. And it looked huge. I mean, that would be like if I built that track, that'd be it. That's the peak. That's the pinnacle. I'm out. I'm done. I'm retiring from model building. Where do you go after that? Where do you go? I'm glad I'm not Ian and Doug.
They're pretty good though, and I've got to give credit as well. Not just them, Slot Track Scenics. They do a really good track build. They do an incredible custom track build as well. There's so many talented people. Taylor, what camera are you using? It's called a different. What camera? What camera?
Trav.
Yo.
Call him Paul.
Paul?
Taylor. Paul.
Do you know Taylor, do you?
Yeah, his name's Paul.
Oh, hello, Paul.
Yeah, there you go. Just humanise the channel. We're not call handles here.
It's an EOS 200D, so it's called a Rebel, I think, in other countries. It's maybe 7 years old. It's done the job.
What's it called?
It's a 200D EOS by Canon. It's actually been a really good camera.
I reckon someone's selling spare batteries here in the UK. I mean, here in the UK, you can get anything you want. Everything.
So I bought 2 originals on Amazon, and they went back straight away. Mate, wrong battery, didn't fit. This was all for the German Toy Festival, and then I got really sick again, so I couldn't go. But that wasn't a battery replacement. What's wrong with my camera? I'm steaming up in here.
It's getting hot in here.
That's in my bridge. It's coming along all right. Look at this. Hey, look at
this. He's got the black rims going on.
So I've made a boo-boo. I do need to change some color. This section here has to be yellow, and the Dunlop has to be black. And also the outside section has to be yellow here as well. So there's going to be... Oh, wow. Look at that. You've gone blue. I like the blue.
It's Goodyear. It's Goodyear. See, it's different from your Dunlop. So Your
Of course.
colours are going to be like that.
So I went retro because I've seen a lot of people doing what was the colours that I saw originally? And then my roof cavity cover, I've just gone black just to go on top.
Yeah,
And then the
nice,
stairs, I'm about to do the stairs right now. They're yellow as well.
excellent,
So, yeah. But,
good stuff.
yeah.
So, what? When are we going to see? Oh no, we're waiting on braids for that.
Yeah.
Your
No, I'll get it going. I'll get it going this week. Just give me. I can have it going right now, but to be honest with you, the way I'm doing it looks dodgy. I've got actual braids running.
Right.
Yeah, it's very slippery. It's very slippery, very slippery.
What, like my Scalextric track? That is
Worse.
so slippery.
It's worse. I'm going to have to probably repaint it with Ferrado paint because this has got acrylic. And the good thing about Ferrado paint, it's good for, well, when I say good, you can use silicon rubber and stock tires. This, I think, is only going to like silicon. So if you are building a track Legends, more importantly, make sure this is okay, make sure your slot is big enough to handle Carrera. My advice is when I do my video track, I'll put a link, and this will show you what the world standard is. So if you want to go race in another country, you've got the same track when you go home. That's another story.
Yes.
And your topping, what you put on top really matters. And this is
What, like pizza?
Yeah, so salami or ham or fish.
I know, I get it. I like the consistency about across the world racing. So you've got that same feeling, that same connection.
Yep.
It's nothing to do with why I bought a polycar track 4 weeks ahead of the polycar race or anything to do with that at all.
I'm so happy you got that. You're going to love it, man. That is sick.
Oh, I can't wait. Friday, 4 days to go. Sean, the legend. Sean up at the club has kindly picked it up from Roger Barker's extravaganza yesterday. Roger Barker slots at A1 Slots up in Newark in the Midlands. If anyone's nearby, go and see him. He's a great guy. Barter with Barker and joust with Jozzy. Joust with Jozzy. He had one, and Paul Taylor here, he's kindly told me about it. So Roger's sorted me out at pretty much what he got it for, because he's a great guy. There's another thing I like about this guy. He never seems to make, well, on the face of it, when you're like me and you look on something with a commercial view from having a business and stuff, you're like, right, where does he make his money? How much money does he make? Is he overcharging me for what I'm buying? I know it's wrong to think like that sometimes, but it's just doing business for 20 years. It's inherent. Well, anyway, I look at some of the stuff he sells for what it is and what he sells it for, and I still struggle to think how he makes money. But I don't mind, because I don't mind him making money, because I feel like I'm robbing him, and being from the Northwest, that's what it's about. So no, only joking, Rog. You do a good deal for the good people and keep it going, because if you're making money, fair play to you, because I have no idea how you're doing it, which suits me, because I got polycar track for a good price. And I'm sure Paul won't mind me saying about his bargain the other day. I'll give you about 30 seconds to say yes or no in the comments before I spill it out to the world. But he went to Roger Barker's extravaganza on the Friday session, and he picked up 3 slot cars and a power. Hang on a second. He corrected me yesterday. I think it was an Arc Pro power base. Yeah, that's right, because I was saying Arc Air, and he said, no, it's an Arc Pro. So 3 slot cars and a power base for £50. And I've seen his slot cars. They're on his track working. They work. One of them's an F1 car. Buy an F1 car second hand, and it works is an achievement, because I think I've got 5 second hand F1 cars and they don't work. Do you want to see the last one I bought? Because you'll like this, Trav. It's right up your street. I should really do a review on it.
Yeah, still review, mate. Still review.
I'm not doing a review now, but it's an SCX.
Oh, but is that a Williams?
It is a Williams.
Oh, mate.
Look at
In
it.
mint condition?
Looks pretty good to me. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's in mint condition. All wing mirrors are on. Wing mirrors are on. Spoiler's not got any glue around the base, so that's still on. The tyres do not look like they've actually been used, and you can tell normally because they've got slight dust spots on them still where they've not had any track grease or adulation to them.
Yeah.
And don't want to give anything away, but I might take this out on one of our days out.
Ooh, yes. You've beat. I was actually had to hold my tongue for a second because I was about to say something.
Yes.
And can I say something about Slotter? Mate, I'm happy. I actually pestered Slotter once and said you need to put a video up of your track. And I'm so glad he did, because if you're not subscribed to Slotter,
yes,
I genuinely and I probably should do this with a bit of face. There's a big difference in the hobby. There's some people that don't like new people coming in, and that's honestly a thing that's happening.
Really?
Where there's a lot of us that do like new content and new YouTubers and new Instagrammers and whatever. I highly recommend you go check out Slotter. His voice is relaxing. Don't you agree? When you watch it, his voiceovers are really well done. His filming is good, and the way he explains stuff is pretty incredible. So from a guy who's just taken the push to film his track to now doing everything, highly recommend him. It's the
close-up detail I like, because
so good.
Sometimes, like when you've got someone doing a track like my angle now, and the car's over here, you can't really see what I'm doing. You know,
he's good. He's really good.
With Slotter, the car is here. You're seeing everything, and he's not got this background noise going on. So the shot is the shot. It is focus.
And I won't lie, I've had a lot of people reach out to me, and I've told them to start a channel, get involved. And out of the two that have, and I'm proud of him, is Slotter. He definitely took the jump, because I'm glad he did. And also Conquest Racing, Raul.
Oh, yeah.
Back in Australia.
Canadians, right?
Yes, he asked for my permission to do it. And I'm like, mate, you need to do a channel. And now, mate, he's got a commercial track, which will be in the news during the week. I say, everyone who wants to do this, just turn the camera on. Turn the camera on.
Yeah.
Turn it on. Turn it on.
You will appeal to someone out there. Look at us two. You will appeal to someone. There's someone like my wife and I say about dating. There's someone for everyone. You know, you'll find someone
one day.
Yep.
I'm still looking.
Find them on YouTube. You never know.
Hey. But no, definitely. But mate, I've had a second visit from my son, who didn't scare me this time. So I better go be a dad now.
Yeah. I think we're going to wrap up here anyway. We're 2 hours deep. And so if you liked this content, this is the bit I always forget to do.
Subscribe.
Please share it round.
Yeah.
We've just spent 5 minutes talking about sharing the love, content, links, likes, shares, whatever you want to say and do it. Or better still, come on here next Sunday at 7 a.m. or tune into Travis's news bulletins through the week. He's really good. He normally gives you a lead up to when they're coming in, so you get a good 12-hour window to join the stream and get a reminder. So you won't miss it. And come on next Sunday. Tell us what your YouTube channel is, because you'll have all been inspired, hopefully, to flick the switch and have a go. And we'll get amongst it. We'll share it. We'll like it. We'll enjoy it. If you want to send us, hang on. Let's have a Travis. I don't think you saw this. So just as a final thing, I'm going to play Adrian's video again. Aid has got the brand new Magnetic Racing TARDIS. Not only has he got it, he's built it, he's painted it, he's put it in his track. Are you ready to see it?
Yes, please. Look at you screen sharing.
Right, fan. See you later, guys. Ta-da, in a
Ciao.
bit.